right, Ambitions fans. Now, I think we have one of our fully, I guess you could say, our first juicy theories of the series so far. Like I've done a couple theories that have been right. The most prominent one being Lori playing Carly to get intel about the family. So that's already said and done. But we're talking who drugged Stephanie's drink. I believe it was a shrimp cocktail. I don't really drink, but I do believe there were shrimp in the drinks. And a couple of times we've seen Stephanie down those like they're nothing. So the question is, was it Lori, Daphne, Marilyn, or Juniper? Which one of these four beautiful women had Stephanie's drink tampered with? Now, I'm going to omit the bartender because, well, we literally saw her putting the drink together. And I think it is safe to assume that of the suspects on the screen, none of them left the place they were standing. All four of them were very close to where Stephanie was, and we all saw them looking over at Stephanie as she downed the cocktail in one slurp. So pretty much the person putting the drink together was possibly told to purposefully do something to the drink. Now, that's just my opinion. You're probably wondering, well, Jeremy, couldn't someone have just slipped by and, put a few drops in there? I think this was a bit discreet, so I do believe the person putting the drink together was the one that physically put the, spiked the drink. But the question is, who orchestrated it to happen? And I think the title of the episode was where are your friends? Wait, hang on. Let me look it up. I actually wrote it down. Don't want to mess it up. What about your friends? And I think Amara pretty much made it clear at the end of the episode. It's like Stephanie doesn't have any friends, and she pretty much all but insulted everyone in the entire Women's Power Summit. So there's no telling. Like the four people on the screen now, they might be the prime suspects, but for all we know, there could be other enemies out there that Stephanie has made that we don't even know about. So for the sake of this video, to make it as simple as possible, I'm going to only limit it to Lori, Daphne, Marilyn, and Juniper. I think that they are the prime suspects because the episode, the first half of the episode was just set up, but the entire back half of the episode, like the, pretty much at the 19 or 20 minute mark of the episode itself, that was just the establishment of what's to come. And then the second half of the episode was all about the summit. And I think that there's no love lost between any of these women and Stephanie. But let me just put it this way. If I were to rank the women, from 4 to 1 in terms of who was the least likely to have the drink spiked to who's the most likely to put the drink spiked, here's my order. Number 4 would be Daphne, because we do know that by her, shocked appearance when Stephanie ran into her, she pretty much called her out for trying to avoid her the entire night. And it seemed clear that based off the dialogue, Stephanie let Daphne know that she knows about the fact that her and Evan have been screwing around, but Stephanie and Evan have like an agreement and an understanding that, they mess around with people outside of the marriage. But she did bring up the airport concession stand and said we need to talk somewhere private. But that's when Marilyn stepped in and spilled the drink on her in order to purposefully get her to leave the summit early, which is kind of revenge for the earlier scene those two had when Marilyn came over to her house, pretty much, saying you can't treat friends like this, blackmail and everything. But Stephanie shut that down in no time flat. So Daphne escaped the scene thanks to Marilyn's intervention. And I really do wish that conversation would have happened just to kind of gauge where Daphne lies in terms of, Stephanie's wrath meter, if you will. So I think Daphne probably was the least likely, in my opinion. Then we move to number 3, Juniper. As soon as her and Stephanie saw each other, it was on. It was like Kim Possible and Shigo pretty much going at it. It's a fight on sight kind of thing, with words, of course. But I feel like the primary reason being that, you hit my child and then try to act like everything's all good. No, 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 sister. We're not sitting with you to have a drink. We're going to say our goodbyes to Marilyn and then leave the summit. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, Marilyn, Juniper, and Lori were all at the same table standing, and then Daphne wasn't too far away as well, so everyone had a good vantage point. So I think that Juniper, if she did spike the drink, it was only in retaliation for Stephanie hitting her daughter. But I don't think I don't know if Juniper would do that, because she probably would have anticipated, oh no, Carly might think that she did something to her mom, and then that would kind of screw up the pseudo relationship that Lori has with her in order to get information on the Carlisle family in order to, stop the lawsuit. So I think Juniper would have done it, but I think she's a solid number 3, kind of the bottom tier. Now we get to the top half of it. I think that based off of it was hard for me to really pick who should get the number 1 spot. Obviously, it's a toss between Lori and Marilyn. I guess we got to look at the subtle clues here. I'm going to put Lori at number 2. I'm going to put Lori at number 2 here. I honestly want to put her at number 1, but okay, let me skip to number 1. Marilyn, I think it's clear that she has the most to lose from Stephanie using her power against her, pretty much exposing everything Stephanie did to cover up not only an affair, but then the rock star had an overdose, and that would just humiliate her, ruin her marriage, her public persona. So Marilyn, I feel, would have the most to lose from Stephanie making good on her, not threats, but promises to her. I think, if I'm not mistaken, in the last episode, it was established that Marilyn would have to get her husband to move his businesses, the construction stuff, to Atlanta. Then Evan could have control over it. That way he can please, everything will be all well and good with the air concession stands with Peter. So it would be a win-win. And yeah, so I think Marilyn would have the most. I feel like Marilyn got her shot in when she spilled the drink on Stephanie, in my opinion. Which leads to number 2, Lori. I'm kind of, jumping back and forth here like the episode itself. But Lori, I feel she had the moment where it looked like she was about to fight back against Stephanie after she got slapped across the face. But then as soon as she got a glimpse of Carly, who saw everything go down, Lori instantly pretended like the slap really hurt. Like, your mom, I can't believe she did this to me. And pretty much, acting like the victim. Well, technically she was acting like the victim in the scenario in order to, I guess you could say, have Carly be more on her side, even if her mom tries to persuade her otherwise. So I know that I look too deeply in these things, but I actually made a tweet a couple weeks ago when they were getting that massage, and I think Carly had like the towel over her eyes, and next thing you know, Lori was the one doing the massage and it went down on her. And I was like, I tweeted Lori on Twitter and was like, hey, I think that Carly having the towel over her eyes is a representation of her being blinded to Lori's true intention, just like how Lori snuck up on her like that. And she was like, I dig it. And I'm just like, yeah, right on. So pretty much, I think that maybe Lori's fish earrings might be a bit of a hint that, I think her fish earrings are like, a fish, a fish with the bones, pretty much a dead fish she's wearing on her ears. So I'm like, does the symbol of death on her earring signify her poisoning the drink that Stephanie scarfed down? Because if you notice, once again, she went from looking like she was about to fight back against Stephanie to, you know what, Mom, don't even worry about it. Let's sit down for her and have a drink. And it's kind of like one of those things where if a woman gets calm in the midst of anger, you better watch out because she's going to retaliate. So it seems to me Lori maybe had a, you know what, I'm not going to take off my earrings moment. I'm not going to take my heels off. We're going to sit down, have a drink, but I'm going to spike it against this bee. So I think, once again, I think Lori could be a top contender for number 1, but I'm still in the camp of Marilyn having a lot more to lose. So I'm really at a toss here for who spiked the drink. I think this is a great build up, and we're only 6 episodes in, and we have a very intense, I guess you could say, cliffhanger like this, or mystery. But even more so, you have Stephanie talking to Carly about how to perfect crap. I said the last name perfectly in other videos. Purifoy. The Purifoy is how they poison people, how they take people out with their medication. So all signs lead to it being Lori or Juniper being the one to spike the drink, but we just don't know, which leads to the next episode where Carly confronts Lori about it. So I have to say, well done. We got a mystery, but the question is, how long is Stephanie going to be out of commission from this? She had it coming. Hang on, what did Marilyn say early in the episode? Your day is coming. So the signs point to everyone. Daphne, Juniper, Marilyn, and Lori. But like I said before, there could be other players we don't know about. I just feel like, maybe Lori's earrings are a signal for this, and I know I'm looking in this too much, but it's what I do. So shout out to the actresses, Robin Givens and I don't know who plays Marilyn or Juniper or Daphne. I gotta look them up on social media. But Christina Kirkman, who plays Lori, beautiful as always. And I hope you all will do me a favor and share this video around. This is like my first big theory video for Ambition since it aired. Guys, if you are still on the fence about the show, give it a shot. I'm telling you, I know the haves and the have-nots are gone. They're not coming back for another, a little over 5 months, guys. We got a bit to wait. But in the meantime, Greenleaf is coming in September. Tyler Perry's dropping The Oval and other programs through BET Plus. So have-nots not coming back to 2020. Still don't know about If Loving You Is Wrong. But in between time, check out Ambitions. I'm telling you, you will not regret it. And with that being said, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Let me know who you think has Stephanie's drink spiked in the episode. And also, if you can just do me one more favor, if you are new, hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to hit 100,000 subscribers to get that silver play button award. My birthday is August 29th. If I could hit that number before then, that would be a miracle. I turned 28. But you know what? If you've already subscribed, do me another favor. Well, technically do me a favor if you have subscribed, because if you haven't subscribed, do that now. Then you'll fulfill your favor that I asked. Second is for the people who have subscribed, tell other people about this channel to get them to subscribe as well. And that's pretty much it. And if you see me on Twitter or whatever, retweet my videos around to get more traction. Trying to get, Ambition, some more, I guess you could say, attention online. It's doing pretty well, but, just want to tell more people about the show, because a lot of people have tuned out on Tuesday nights, no pun intended, on OWN because of no Tyler Perry content. But I'm telling you, check out Ambitions. All right, I'm done. So once again, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Congratulations on making it to the end of this video. If you like what you just saw, make sure to hit the thumbs up button, or if you have anything you would like to add to the video, make sure to leave your thoughts in the comment section below. If you want to keep up with me on social media, go to the description box. All of my links for social media are right there. Also, if you feel like you would like to donate to the channel, make sure to click on the link to PayPal. Any amount helps. $1, $5, $20. As a full-time YouTuber, any support from my fans really does mean a lot to me. Finally, make sure to hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification icon. That way you're kept up to date on any new content I post to the channel. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll talk to you in the next video.